1 minute before the start. Few seconds before the start now. We have 900 skaters at the start, and it's red. It's now, yeah, they've just started 42K. We have a big group of skaters. As I said, 900 skaters at the start. Huge event. We're going to have a lot of crowds along the skate course. And as I said, it's a rather flat course, long straights, no wind. It should be super fast. And now Mateo Gilek, the junior Czech skater leading the group, is from the Arena Geisingen team. And the leader is on the right side, Bart Swings, followed by the Mariani team. And race is on. Bart Swings already trying to go away on his own. Who's going to be able to keep up? He's pretty used to use the same tactic at every single race, and he's proved to be the best skater on that distance over the last 10 years. And Mateo Gilek is chasing down with Miguel Bravo, I believe, from the Mariani team. And we are going to have the women start in 4 minutes now. Bart is still leading the race with Mateo Gilek. Another two skaters are now together with Bart Swings and Mateo Gilek. And it looks like the pack is just right behind. So it's Daniel Nero from Italy in third place. And the fourth skater is a skater from the WIC team, but now the bench is just back together. Nolan Beddiaf is at a former world champion, is also at the front of the pack, together with Peula, also a former world champion from Spain. Oh, and the first crash, a Dutch skater just crashed in the middle of the road. So today we have the second leg of the World Marathon Skate Tour, which also serves as a Speed Marathon World Championship, as I said. And we're going to have the third leg in December in Cuba. 2 minutes before the women start. It seems like until now we have a rather quiet race. The pace is not that high. And here we can see the women pack just at the start line. Good bunch of skaters attending the race from all over the world. The Powerslide team should be in the mix for the victory. And we are back at the men's race. Would be interesting to see the leading skaters, to see if we have some breakaways. It's now Jason Saddles from the Powerslide team leading the race. So we have a lot of former world champions in the leading pack. It's going to be a really interesting race, especially in the second half. We should have a lot of breakaways. A tough race is expected. And now we have a skater from the SPSK team trying to go away. I believe it's Daniel Niero, together with another skater, the number 630, if I'm right. And Felix Rijhnen is making the jump right behind from Germany. So we should have now 3 skaters in the leading group. And the women's race is now on. As you can see, a lot of skaters attending the race. We should have a really active race as well. Gabriela Vargas is leading the overall ranking after the first leg in Shanghai. Second, Marie Dupuis. Third, Noralie Berbervonk. Fourth, Maria Vargas. And fifth, Lian Van Loon. All 5 skaters should be in the mix once again today. So this should be the women's peloton. No breakaway until now. We should have some more attempts in the next kilometers. Let's see. Usually women's race are not as active as the men's race, but are still really, really fast. We should be able to see a race under 1 hour and 10 minutes. Should the race be as fast as usually. And on the left we have the men's. No breakaway at the moment, and Bart Swings leading the pack. And Jacopo Mantilla trying to go away. Nobody's really chasing at the moment. And we are back together with the women's race, with the Colombian skater leading the race in front of Lian Van Loon. Gabriela Vargas in 3rd place with the green jersey, the leader jersey of the World Skate Marathon Tour. Boban Pluinek in the 2nd position, followed by an Indian skater. Steady pace for now in the women's race. Skaters looking at each other. We should have a breakaway sooner or later. And we can have a look at the very nice venue here in Pescara along the Adriatic shore. And we should have the master start within 2 minutes. Here are the master men, and on the right-hand side you can see Jose Bastidas from Venezuela, a former pro-man world champion back in 2003. Some movement at the end of the men's race. It seems like the pack is back together once again, with Daniel Niero leading the race and Bart Swings trying again to go away with his leading jersey. Right behind him we have Méthode Gilek from the Arena Gazingen team, and the 2 of them are now away. Is everybody right behind, or Is there a gap already? It seems like they opened quite a gap. We can't see the peloton behind. Who's leading the chase? So we should have the master men start within a minute. In the women's race, we now have a Korean skater leading the pack. Steady pace, no breakaway at the moment. And the Masterman race is now on. A lot of skaters, as you can see, from the different categories. Age categories, of course. And within 5 minutes, we are gonna have the Master Woman start at 9:20. Really nice venue, as you can see, along the Adriatic shore. White sand beaches. And we are back with the women's race, the SPSK team. And now we have Hugo Gérard from the FR team, the French skaters trying to chase down the breakaway. I believe that Meadow de Gilec and Bart Swings are still away. So the other skaters are trying to organize themselves behind, trying to chase them down. It's going to be a difficult task. We know that both skaters, Meadow de Gilec, which is still in the junior ranks, and Bart Swings, the best skater in the world, are going to be hard to chase down. Now we have a Korean skater leading the pack. In second comes Giovanni Trebuta, who grabbed the silver medal on the track in the points race. Third is Jacobo Mantilla. Then we have Severin Widmer from the Rollerblade team, the Swiss skater. And in sixth, Peula. Oh no, you can see bodies back in the pack. I thought they were still on a breakaway, but it seems that they've been caught up. Hugo Gérard now leading the peloton. We have a small breakaway with about 6-7 skaters. A skater from Argentina now leading the race. We have a really active race. It's a really fast course. It's really flat. Asphalt is smooth. So we should have a race below an hour. I can see Giovanni Trebuta at the back chasing down the two skaters. And he's not stopping. He's followed by Jacobo Mantilla and Severin Widmer from the Rollerblade team. And then behind we have Nolan Beddiaf from the FR Skates team, a former world champion, twice marathon world champion in the past, from France. And the pace is really high. Is anybody gonna try to attack again, or are they gonna rest for a while? As you can see, we have long straights, no corner. It's really safe. and the amateur skaters are at the start. We are back at the start and finish line village. We are back with the men's. Board swings leading the race in front of Giovanni Trebuta, Felix Rijhnen, Jacobo Mantilla, and now we have Mateo Gilek back in second, and race is on again with board swings increasing the pace. And the amateur race is on. They've just started for 42 Ks. Next up will be the family race.
Oh, hello Jan, I join you on the...
Hello Gwendal, thanks for joining.
Yes, nice. 2 hours here.
So just for you to know guys, Gwendal Lepiver, former multiple world champion, is together with me. So as I said, we had a pretty steady pace at the beginning. Now it seems like we have a lot of breakaways at the front with Bart and Mateo Gilek. It should be a hard race, flat course, no wind, and a lot of attacks are expected.
Yeah, now I see that Bart Swing is leading the pack, so I think they came back, and behind is Giovanni Trebuta. Yeah, will be a really nice race actually.
Yes, I think everybody is looking at Bart because everybody knows he's probably the best skater in the world, and in the past he's been pretty active in the races, mostly ending on his own. So do you think there will be any skaters able to keep up with him today?
Yeah, if they go in a breakaway, you need to be as strong as him physically. So yeah, the first one could be a good one with Mateo Gilek. But you have also like Giovanni Trebuta. We saw him on the track race on the point. That these two guys together then can do something really great. So, but I think everybody are like afraid of board swing to go away alone. That's what happened actually in Shanghai, and I think they are all looking at him and all his team around. So yeah,
I think there should be other skaters in the mix. Nolan, Beddiaf, former world champion, also Felix Rijhnen. And let's not forget guys like Peula, maybe, who knows, maybe the Colombian skaters, even though they're not really racing marathons through the year.
Exactly. You have also Julio Mirena from, no, not Ecuador,
from Paraguay.
Paraguay, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah. So
and also Livio Wenger, the Swiss skater, really strong. He was a bronze medalist on the road.
It's a really nice pack, actually, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Now we have the families. I think it's going to be the 8K for family skaters, starting at 9:25. So just to recall the overall ranking after the first leg in Shanghai, we have Bart Swings from the Powerslide Vesmaco team leading the overall. In second comes Mike Paez from the WIC team, the Mexican skater. In third, we have Jose Peula from the Rollerblade World Team from Spain. Fourth, Julio Mirena from the SheaStokes Inline Speed. Fifth, Felix Rijhnen from the WIC Powerslide Team. Sixth, Stefan Duischmidt from the Arena Gazing and CCN Team. Seventh, Andres Gomez from the NL Premium. Eighth, we have Mateo Barizon from the Rollerblade World Team. Ninth, Carlos Tarazona from the SheaStokes Inline Speed. And wrapping up the top 10, Nolan Beddiaf from the FR Skate Tax Racing Team. So we are back with the men. It seems there's no breakaway at the moment. The pace slowed down. We are on the way back, so just for you to know, we have two big straights. The first one is along the shore. The second one on the way back is downtown. And now Miguel Bravo, if I'm right, from the Marini skate team, trying to go away, followed by Martin Ferrier, also a former world champion. The number 215.
Yeah, Miguel is also a strong skater. Huh? We remember this year at the Lagos tournament. Yeah, he finished alone and he won his own race. So yeah, this guy is also super strong, especially like in Lagos. It's a big uphill, so physically, yeah, can be a good one.
And once again, we have Bart Swings and Methode Gilek chasing down. It looks like the two of them are really, really strong. Huh?
Yeah, actually, it's a really strong peloton. Huh? We see that a lot of big names, strong guys. Yeah, it will be really, really interesting to see how it's going in the last 20 kilometers. It will be fantastic.
I think that new format opens a lot of opportunities. In the past, we used to have only national teams, so with few skaters, and now that we opened it up to pro teams, we have a lot more skaters, and that makes it a really interesting race. Now we could see that Giovanni Trebuta is trying to break away on his own. He's a really strong skater, also a high skater. And the family 8K is on as well. That's the last start of the day. So we are back with the women's race, and it seems like it's we have Vargas leading the race with, in second, it should be a Colombian girl. We have the Colombian team on the right-hand side of the road. The pace is increasing. Let's see if we're gonna have some breakaways.
We can see that there is actually Maria Vargas from NL Premium on the first spot. Yeah, she's still junior and got, if I'm right, like three gold medal, and she's the actual white jersey holder that she won in Shanghai.
But for today's race, I would put a coin on Marie Dupuis. The French skater, she's normally really fast. She was bronze medalist in the elimination race. And this is Jacobo Mantilla in the men's race trying to go away, with Matthis Rocher from France in second. And once again, a skater from Mariani World Team joining them. So we should now have 4 skaters in a breakaway. It should be Miguel Bravo, if I'm right.
Yeah, exactly, and you have also Carlos Tarazon from SheaStokes Inline Speed.
Okay, and so once again, Bart is leading the group, followed by Methode Gilek. I think that Methode Gilek is going to follow Bart Swings the entire race. That should be his tactic, because he's been behind him since the very beginning of the race. And now Nolan Beddiaf trying to go away with the skater of the NL Premium team.
Who is Andres Gomez?
Yes, from Colombia, the skater from Bogota. And now we are back with the women's race. We can see Lilou Tilagon from France following her French teammate Manon Fraboulet, who is also the reigning European champion. She was crowned in Belgium a few weeks ago. Colombia is leading the race with 3 skaters, actually with 4 skaters, even if the 4th skater does not belong to the national team.
We see that the way to race from the ladies are completely different than the men. The men, they continue to attack again and again and again.
Now we have a steady pace in the women's race. Nonetheless, it's still a really fast race, and we can see that the girls are probably around 45 km an hour on that flat course. We don't see that many Asian skaters, and I think that's just because they're not used to race that kind of format. We are back along the Pescara shore. You can see the nice beaches. Oh, so we just had few skaters at the end of the roundabout. There might be some crashes. They came in with a lot of speed. So, oh, that's Giovanni Trebuta, and oh, so there was a breakaway. We can see Daniel Niero at the forefront, followed by Severin Widmer, and the skater with the yellow jersey.
Let's
Also,
see again.
we have the replay.
Oh, that's a really tight corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
We see that Indra Medar went to the other side of the road.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the skaters race. Should they privilege to skate with their national teammates, or are they going to skate with their team? I mean, the teammates from their pro teams. It's going to be a really interesting tactics. We might have some surprises. So here we can see Marine Lefebvre from France, crowned world champion in the elimination race on the road. And yeah, Nolan Beddiaf is trying to go away with Matthis Rocher and a third skater. And Bart Swings and Mateo de Gilec once again chasing them down. They are incredible. These two skaters are just everywhere.
I just got the information from Pascal that Jason crashed actually.
Yeah, Jason Sutter from the Powerslide team. Hopefully he can get back in the peloton. Yeah, these races really look like cycling races, and we have sometimes crashes, a lot of breakaways, intense race, a lot of breakaways as I said, but the overall pace is really high. You have to understand that the overall average speed should be around 50 an hour if we are below an hour. This is the end of the pack.
And Jan, what do you think? It will be for the men race breakaway finish, like 2-3 guys alone and sprinting, or like a massive sprint like with 50, 60 guys?
I don't know. I mean, the course should help a bunch sprint, but we have really strong skaters, the likes of Bart Swings, Mateo de Gilec, Nolan Beddiaf. I would rather see a small bunch of skaters, like 5 to 6 skaters, fighting for the World Championship title. I would put in that breakaway Nolan Beddiaf. I mean, he's a really strong guy. Of course, Bart Swings, Mateo de Gilec. I would also put in the mix Colombian skater, and they're really fast. And Felix Rijhnen is always there. I mean, he's getting older, but he was once again medalist on the road. Everybody say year after year, yeah, that one is very last year, but now he's still there. So
yeah, you can really feel the race actually.
Yes, yes. I mean, he has the momentum. He knows how to race, and he hardly makes mistakes. So you can see that now the peloton is splitting up. We have a lot of small bunches here and there. We should be almost halfway. So the race is getting harder. We should enter in the money time within 5 to 10K. I mean, in the last 10K of the race, it should be really intense. But I think Bart is still going to try to finish on his own. He's been used to it. He doesn't really like to fight against other skaters in the bench sprint. He might not be the fastest, actually. He's by far, I believe, the strongest. But I think that, for example, the likes of Nolan Beddiaf and other Colombian skaters might be faster than Bart in a bench sprint.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. That I think Bart doesn't want to wait the very last moment and to do a massive sprint with like 60 guys. I think he would prefer to finish alone, or even with 5, 6 guys. He can more control and has his probably more physique than some others. That's what he would like to do.
Yes, and we could also see through the championship, I mean, he's been really strong because he's a multiple world champion, but he's not been dominating the field as he did in the previous years. So that is probably an opportunity also for all the skaters. They saw that Bart is probably still the best skaters around the world, but he's not invincible. I mean, not at this championship. And what about Mateo de Gilec? Do you think he's going to try to go away? I mean, he's still a junior skater, but we've seen that he was a lot stronger than the other skaters through the championship. Does he have a chance to grab a medal in this race?
Grab a medal definitely. After, I think, for example, if he goes away with Bart Swing, yeah, Bart Swing has a lot of experience, so it will be really, really complicated to win against Bart on the 1-1 sprint. But a medal definitely. The guy, yeah, we show that he showed that he's really, really strong, really physically, where he's here. But on the massive sprint,
yes,
yeah,
he could hardly win.
Yeah.
And in terms of management, Bart is really strong. We could see on the track when he was with Giovanni Trebuta. Giovanni Trebuta might have been a bit stronger, but in terms of management, Bart was nailing it. I mean, he knows what he does, and he's once again leading the group, trying to go away. Mateo de Gilec once again second. I think we have in third or fourth Nolan Beddiaf. Yes, it's Daniel Niero from the SPSK team in third.
Just after it's Nolan Beddiaf, we see Giovanni Trebuta, and we see that the speed is really high because everyone is online.
Yes, fifth we have Andres Gomez, and rounding up the small pack we have Matthis ROCHER from France. And you can see that behind nobody is really chasing. We have Felix Rijhnen, I think, in leading the group. Severin Widmer on the right-hand side of the screen from the Rollerblade team.
That's a really interesting one, actually. Oh, Miguel was in front, actually.
Yeah, he was on a breakaway on his own.
But that's could be a really great one, huh? Like 10 guys, something like that, behind. Yes. They are all watching each other. That's really interesting. That could be a good one.
Yes, yes. Nolan Beddiaf now leading the pack. That would be great to see the small bunch. And it's now Andres Gomez. It's really fast. Andres Gomez from the NL Premium Group, the Colombian skater. Second is Nolan Beddiaf, former two-time world champion in the marathon.
Yeah, Gomez, who finished actually 7 in Shanghai.
And back with the girls, Colombian girls still leading the race.
Gomez, Nolan, Bart, they are all here. That's really interesting. That's a really, really strong one.
Yes, all the favorites at the forefront of the peloton. You have to be always in the first 10 spots if you don't want to miss the breakaway. Back with the ladies. And that was the start of the ladies with Vargas on the left-hand side, the leader of the World Skate Marathon Tour. So as we said, that second leg of the World Skate Marathon Tour will also serve as the World Championship. So 4 skaters will be crowned World Champion, Pro Men, Pro Women, Master Men and Master Women. And the third leg will be held in Cuba in December. We also have big prize money. We just remind you that the winner of the marathon will go away with $10,000 US in both categories. That's a big effort from the federation to make sure that these skaters are pro skaters that get money. We know that over the last few years, some skaters have been struggling because we unfortunately had less and less teams. It looks like things are popping up again this year. We have more teams, we have great venues, great races. The World Marathon Skate Tour is making it possible, and I think skaters are happy to once again live off their passion. So we're back with the men's. This is a junior skater, the Colombian one. He actually beat it Gilec on the track in the elimination race. And Nolan on the right-hand side, still leading the pack, followed by Bart Swings, Mateo de Gilec. On the right-hand side of the road, we have Hugo Gérard from France, followed by Matthis Rocher. And we can also see on the left-hand side, Martin Ferrier, former world champion, back in 2021 in the marathon. It looks like the skaters are trying to breathe again after a really intense phase of the race. No breakaway at the moment. We are on the way back. And it's now Timothy Lubino, the French skater, trying to go away.
It's really nice to see that in Shanghai we were completely in downtown of a big city, and now we are like in front of the sea with the beautiful sun. So yeah.
And imagine the coast in Cuba within 2 months. It's going to be a really nice race to wrap up this first season of the World Skate Marathon Tour. So here we are back with the leaders. Martin Lubino from France, the number 510. And another skater, the 205, Manuel Taibo from Spain.
And now we are back again with the pro men, with Giovanni Trebuta, Daniel Niro, and Felix Rijhnen.
And right behind we have Nolan Beddiaf trying to chase them down. We should see Bart swings in a few seconds. I can't believe he's going to let them go. So now 3 skaters leading the race from 3 different countries. We mostly have European skaters at the forefront of the race since the beginning. So it was an attack from the French skaters Giovanni Trebuta.
It's really cool to see that Giovanni he's not afraid to go. We saw on the point race on the track also he went, so he was the first to attack. So that's really interesting to see that he's here.
Yeah, he's a guy that makes gambles. I mean, he's not a fast skater, he's a really strong skater. So the only way for him to grab a medal or win the race is try to go on a breakaway. So I think he's going to try until the very end of it. Oh, wow, that was very
close one.
Close.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we had
we had a crash actually. Yeah, three skaters on the ground. Oh, and
again.
Thomas at the back.
Bartwing crashed actually. Yeah, we see that Bartwing is around there. So I think if he did not crash, I think he got hit.
Yeah, that was a close call. We can see here and there some wet patches, so that might be the reason of the crash. And also the shades. So we are back with the peloton. Who's leading the race? Yeah. So Nolan Beddiaf in front of Miguel Bravo. We didn't see Livio Wenger since the beginning of the race. It might be in the pack to go on a breakaway. And Miguel Bravo once again trying to go on his own. As you said, he's really strong. I mean, he's shown it in Lagos, finishing the marathon on his own. And look at the gap. We have a pretty decent gap now.
Yeah, and around more 15 minutes race.
Yes, we should get closer to the last 10 Ks. Yeah, we opened up a great gap. And if they let him, that might be the right call. That would be quite a surprise. Should he get to the end? I mean, he was among the top 10 skaters, but probably not the one that we would pick up for the overall victory.
Yes, definitely, but he showed. I was quite impressed in Lagos. I went alone at the end. He surprised everybody on the last uphill.
And we know he's able to keep up. I mean, steady pace. That's something he can do. So
He's really strong in the head.
And on the right hand side of the screen we can see the back of the ladies peloton.
At the right moment.
It's weird that nobody tried to follow him.
Yes.
Nolan was leading the pack on the right hand side. Back with the women's pro women race. It seems like most of the girls are still together. Steady pace. In front of us, skaters from Hungary, Brazil, Colombia, and Belusco from Italy with the white suit. Two skaters from the USA in front, two skaters from Japan. And we're back at the square of Pescara, and Miguel Bravo still leading the race. He opened up quite a decent gap. It seems like nobody's really chasing him down behind. Is there any skaters?
He's on the way to coming back. We see that the sea is on his right, so he's coming back to the finish line.
Yes, there should be less than 10K now. Here we can see skaters from Argentina and a skater Geyser from Germany in front of her.
We would like to see the first position of the ladies.
Yes, there might be some interesting move at the forefront of the women pack. We can see Lian van Loon, a former European champion in the marathon. And Nolan now trying to chase down Miguel Bravo with Felix Rijhnen leading the fight right behind. So it looks like the skaters from the Powerslide team, even though they're not racing with their team suit, are racing together. So this is Nolan Beddiaf. Is Miguel Bravo still alone at the forefront, or? So this is the finish line from above. So it looks like Miguel Bravo has been caught up. So that should be Nolan Beddiaf trying to go away on his own. Who's chasing behind? And we're back with the women, with the skater from Venezuela leading the race in front of Vargas, the leader.
Yeah, protected by her teammate, actually. We see that behind Vargas we have three of her teammates.
And then we have the SPSK team. So Nolan has been caught up by the peloton. Is anybody gonna try to go away? I think yes. So we have Gabriela Reda, sorry, now leading the race in front of Marie Dupuis from France.
We see that Carol Garcia.
And in the meantime, we have, I think this is Martin Ferrier trying to go away.
Yep.
Yes. As I said, a former world champion in 2021 in Ibagué.
Yeah, so we did not see Bart for
quite a while now.
Yeah, now, so I don't know if the crash was bad to him or something like that.
Yeah, it might have been a big hit for him.
Yeah.
that might change the game. So we now have Severin, Widmer leading the pack. We can't really see who is leading. I think it was a Dutch skater. So we now have a skater from the Simons Racing team leading the women's race in front of a Colombian skater. Then we have a skater from Chinese Taipei.
This is on the left side, Rueda, Gabriela Rueda and Carol Garcia.
And little by little, the women's race is picking up the pace. Andres Gomez leading the men's race, and we have Giovanni Trebuta with Pachi Peula
going again.
Yes, and the third one should be Charlie Bush from the Rollerblade team, the French skater. Yeah, 3 of them going away. Oh, they should be really careful because we know that Giovanni is really fast and able to keep up the whole way. Is Charlie Bush giving a hand? Yes, Charlie Bush now giving a hand. They are opening up. Well, yeah, they are opening up quite a good gap. We have another skater behind trying to chase them down. Who's that?
But I really would like to know if Miguel is still in the front. For now, we don't have the information.
So who's the 4th skater behind trying to chase them down? We can't really see. So Giovanni Trebuta really active in this race. He's been trying many times. Charlie Bush now giving a hand, and it looks like Pachi Peula won't lead the group.
And now it's the ladies.
Yeah,
yes, Eda Paluzzi, Norali,
Meng Shuli from Chinese Taipei.
And on the left side, we see the German team, followed by the Powerslide team.
Yes.
We see Gabriela Gardi fighting with Eda Paluzzi to keep the position.
Then we have a skater from Chinese Taipei. We have the Geisingen team, and then Vargas, the leader of the World Skate Marathon Tour.
Yeah, exactly.
Marie Dupuis with the number 222, followed by Oban Plouinek, the French skater, and Lilou Tilagon, another French skater, followed by Mei Wenjulu. So Pachi Peula with Giovanni Trebuta at the forefront of the. So Giovanni might win the race. He's been really strong on the track. That might be the good. Oh, no, and it's a
that's
crash.
A crash. Watching his watch actually, and then alone.
So Pachi Peula is now alone, but I'm not so sure he's going to be happy because...
no, I think it's not his business, huh?
No, because Giovanni, we know, is way stronger physically. So we have the replay. He was looking at his watch and slipped on the white stripe. Yeah, once again, we're going to see the crash on the white stripe.
That's
Look
really
at
hard for him, huh? Yeah, he slipped out there because there is water outside. Yeah, we see that he put his wheels into the water, and then unfortunately, so now it's a Widmer.
That's Pachi.
Yeah, he's waiting, huh? Yeah, this is not his business. Skating alone, that's definitely...
he's probably not really happy, huh?
No. That was a good one for him with Giovanni racing.
Yeah, Giovanni had a really good shot at it. I'm pretty sure, should he not crash, they would probably have gone till the end. We can now see the Pescara shore, the port, the big bridge. So now we have Andres Gomez on the left-hand side. Andres Gomez trying again. We have also Jacobo Mantilla, Pachi Peula, a skater from Colombia, now leading. We have a small bunch of skaters, around 5 skaters now, breaking away from the main pack. If I'm right, there is also Livio Wenger from Switzerland. Noali Vervevonk leading the women's race in front of her teammate. Approximately 10 minutes left in the men's race and 20 minutes left in the women's race. So back in the men's race, we can't really see the leading skaters with the shades, but it looks like all the skaters are now back together. In the women's race, sorry, the SK team is leading with 2 of their skaters. And we should be approaching the last 5Ks in the men's race. This is Nolan Beddiaf at the forefront, and it looks like it's a little uphill. Is anybody going to try to go away in that slight uphill? It looks like nobody is trying.
Do you think they wait now for the final sprint?
Some of them will, of course, keep their energy, but the slowest skaters are probably going to try something by the end of the race. Yeah, the pace now is a lot lower than what it was a few Ks ago. We hope that the skaters that have crashed are all well, especially Giovanni Trebuta that we saw live. So it's now a German skater trying to go away with Nolan Beddiaf still leading the pack. Wow, that was a close call in the roundabout with the bike. So it's Nolan Beddiaf, a German skater, followed by Mateo de Gilek in 3rd. Only few Ks before the end of the race, and we still have the German skater leading the race. It should be now 2 to 3K to go. We can see the peloton. So the skaters are approaching the finish line. They are really close now.
Well, we have the opening car just passed in front of us, so it will finish.
That should be the last K, probably.
Yes.
Last K. We're gonna have a massive sprint, a bunch sprint. As you said, we now have Nolan Beddiaf in front of Felix Rijhnen.
Exactly. Yeah, the peloton is getting ready now. Nolan is actually leading the pack
we
in the
now
front.
have Felix Rijhnen on the left-hand side, but Nolan Beddiaf still keeping up. Nolan Beddiaf is gonna make it. I think Nolan Beddiaf is gonna make it.
Yeah, we see that Nolan Beddiaf on the left side of the road, going alone. Nolan Beddiaf still in the front. Nolan Beddiaf, world champion! Woo! Nolan Beddiaf second, it's Felix Rijhnen. Wow, amazing. Nolan Beddiaf, world champion.
And he's done an amazing sprint, starting from 500 meters to go.
Exactly.
It's a deserved victory. It's a really deserved
incredible
victory. Yes.
Wow.
Really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know where was Bart Swings. He was not in the sprint. So I think it's Nolan Beddiaf with
and then
Felix Rijhnen second. Then we have Jacobo Mantilla third and Peula fourth.
Yeah, exactly.
And Bart Swings is not even in the leading pack. Probably the crash.
Exactly. Wow.
Yes, yes. Once again, we have a French skater winning the race with Nolan Beddiaf. It's a good day for Nolan. 10,000 bucks together with the world champion title.
He made this year now, actually.
Yes.
Exactly. That's good, and also like a world champion title. Nolan on the massive sprint like this, I feel like
he's
exactly
really fast.
As you said, Felix is here.
Yes,
again.
I mean, and we have to say that the two of them are over 30. So we have old skaters rolling the road today.
And now the lady, we are back on the ladies.
Now we should have like 5K remaining now. I think we're gonna have pretty much the same bench sprint in the ladies.
Really interesting to see what is going to happen. Yeah, probably the Colombian lady will lead the pack from yes.
Yeah. So we
see
can
again
now see the replay. So Nolan was already at the front of the pack, and then nobody was able to overtake him. That's incredible.
Wow.
Look at him. He's on the left-hand side of the road.
Fighting against Felix Rijhnen, and then Felix Rijhnen go behind because you see that Nolan is probably too fast today. So he's chasing like this. Wow, amazing.
Yeah, he was fast.
Yeah, it was really fast. And boom, Nolan Beddiaf, world champion here in Italy, followed by Felix. Wow, what a final sprint.
And we still have few skaters crossing the finish line. Some of them crashed.
So we did not see, as you said, Bart swing. So we saw that it was a big crash. I really hope everybody is well.
Yes, hopefully. And here is a Japanese skater. In the last meters of the race. Probably 2 Ks left in the women's race. Korean skaters now crossing the finish line. We have bunches here and there with skaters dropped through the race. A skater from Spinea, an Italian skater. And the ladies are getting closer to the finish line. Probably a few Ks away. And the Arena Geisingen team leading for their leader, Gabriela Vargas, the Ecuadorian skater. With Oban Pluinek on the right hand side of the road, the French skater in his first year senior, the number 640. Mewenjulu, number 212 from the Powerslide team, French skater, now leading the race with another French skater on the right-hand side of the road, the number 211, Violet Brown. And we should now get closer to the end. The ladies pack should enter the last race, which is about 800 meters. And we have Pepe Bramante crossing the finish line. He crashed heavily. We can see it on his skin suit. So the ladies entering the last stretch. The final stretch, 800 meters. Yes, here is Beppe Bramante from Italy. He crashed heavily through the race. We hope he's well. And once again, we can see the replay of Giovanni Trebuta's crash when they were away with Peula. That might have been the right breakaway. Unfortunately, the French skater crashed, which also ended the Spanish skater race. And here we are back with the girls. I could see Meng Shuli, the Chinese Taipei, in the third place. Ecuadorian skater on the left-hand side, followed by Marie Dupuis. We have also Manon Fraboulet from France, the reigning European champion, in the first places. Colombian skaters on the left-hand side. Here we have a group of men in the last stretch. Drop skaters are now finishing their race before we see the overall sprint of the women. And it's interesting to see that every bench of skaters is sprinting. With Guzman, who's won the 100-meter yesterday, crossing the line. Quite a big bunch of skaters crossing the line, actually, like 30 skaters. And we are back with the women. We have a dense pack. Geyser leading the race now from the German team. Few Ks left. We can see that the asphalt is brand new, which should offer a really fast sprint for the ladies as well. Few teams are trying to lead out their leaders. And that should be the final corner of the race, if I'm right. Yes, we should see the ladies peloton entering the final stretch of the race, which means that we have 800 meters to go. We should see them at any moment now.
So I'm come back. I was with actually with Nolan Beddiaf. Then we got a small interview of him.
I think he's really happy.
Wow, amazing. So nice to see him happy like this, because after Shanghai
and
it was...
And Ortiz now crossing the line,
crossing
so it
the
was
line.
a heavy crash.
Yeah, I think it was a heavy crash. But it was really nice to see Nolan super happy, because after Shanghai it was a little bit complicated for him as he crashed and he finished 10 in Shanghai.
So he's back in the mix for the overall ranking because
exactly.
Bart won the first one. Of course, he was not in the mix today, so yeah, the overall is still open for Nolan.
Exactly. Wow. So now we see the peloton of the ladies again.
Yes, on the bridge. Yes, as I said a few minutes ago, they should be entering the final stretch at any time now. Yes, we're waiting for the bench sprint with the Colombian skaters, probably the favorites to win the race. So it should be Paluzzi from the Powerslide team leading, if I'm right. Van Loon on the right-hand side. And we are now on the final stretch, 600 meters to go. Manon Fraboulet at the center. Who's gonna win this race?
Okay, we see 600 meters right now.
Yes, with the Powerslide skaters at the forefront, SPSK team as well. It's gonna be a really tactical. So who's leading the pack now? We should be entering the final 300 meters of the race. We can't really see who's leading the pack. And
we see
Lian Van Loon from
followed
the
by
WSG2024.
Par Nora.
Yes, the Colombian skater in fourth.
Okay, so we see Lian Van Loon trying, but on the left side we can't see exactly who is going.
Noralie, Jan Van Loon, Noralie, who's gonna win the race?
And this is
Colombian skater,
Colombia.
Garcia. It's Garcia winning the race.
Exactly, and we have also probably Noralie and Lian really close, so probably on the podium.
Yes, that's
wow.
going to be a close call. It was a really tight sprint. A lot of skaters in the mix. And we actually had no breakaways, no winning breakaway today. Pace was probably too high to go away on that kind of flat course with long straights. Interesting. And we're actually done with the championship. We're done today. At least for speed events. So we now have the replay. Up until then, it was Van Loon leading in front of Verbebank, and then we see the Colombian skater on the right-hand side of the road clinching the title here, Garcia, a former world champion, winning in front of another, I think it's Aura Quintana in second, and third, Verbebank, probably. And now few skaters which were dropped through the race, finishing They are marathon. An Indian skater just crashed on the road, the number 291. Japanese skater crossing the line in front of another guy. Itai Drauri from Israel, together with a skater from Costa Rica, now crossing the finish line in front of an Indian skater. And this is it for the World Skate Tour Marathon, the second leg of the tour. We just remind you that the third leg will be held in Cuba in December to wrap up the first year of the series. So the event wraps up what has been a great World Skate Games Italia 2024. We've had great races, great venues, great skaters. Another bunch of skaters heading toward the finish line. So the two winners of the day, Nolan Beddiaf from France, belonging to the FR Skates team, in front of Felix Rijhnen. In second, the German skater from the Wicked Powerslide team. Third, Juan Mantilla from the Powerslide Vesmaco team from Colombia. Fourth, Peula from the Rollerblade World team from Spain. Fifth, Mateo Rico Garcia from Colombia. Sixth, Miguel Bravo, the Portuguese skater. Seventh, Julio Mirena from the SheaStokes inline speed from Paraguay. Eighth, we have Peter Michael from New Zealand from the Wicked Powerslide team. Ninth, we have Matthis ROCHER from France. And 10th, YANCHENG from Chinese Taipei. This is the Pro Men Top 10. And this should be the third title for Nolan Beddiaf in the marathon, after 2019 and in Barcelona, and probably 2017, if I recall right. Facciamo i master. aspettare per... Facciamo meno di dire qualsiasi cosa.
L'arrivo dei master, facciamo attenzione, è lavorata, si gioca per il titolo mondiale.
Per me lo stile deve essere appunto sceso della casa. Lui in italiano sta parlando, se riesce a parlare anche a me,
ma cos'è?
Sulla destra per favore, grazie.
Che la prossima la maratona alla
So we are now done with the second leg of the World Skate Marathon Tour. The third one will be held in Cuba on December. And just to remind you, the official classification in the men's race, Nolan Beddiaf from the FS Tax Racing team from France won the race in front of Germany, Felix Rijhnen from the WIC Powerslide team. Third, the Colombian skater Juan Mantilla from the Powerslide Vesmaco team. Fourth, Francisco Jose Peula, the Spanish skater from the Rollerblade World team. Fifth, Mateo Rico Garcia from Colombia. Sixth, Miguel Bravo from Portugal from the Mirena World team. Seventh, Julio Mirena from the SheaStokes Inline Speed from Paraguay. Fifth, Peter Michael from the WIC Powerslide team. Ninth, Matthis ROCHER from France. And 10th, to wrap up the top 10, YANCHENG from Chinese Taipei. We've had an amazing race today with few crashes, a lot of breakaway, a really high pace, great weather, great venue to wrap up that edition of the World Skate Game Italia 2024. We've had 10 days of amazing racing on the track, on the road circuit in Sulmona and here in Pescara for the marathon. Next year we'll be in China, in Guangzhou. And we can see the replay of both the women's race and the men's race here with the crash of the French skater Giovanni Trebuta. That might have been the right breakaway to get with Pachi Peula. Would end up the race in fourth. In the women's race, Garcia, the Colombian skater, won the race. And we're still waiting for the official result. That was also a close call in the roundabout. And we're seeing the final sprint once again, in which Nolan Beddiaf showed his superiority because he was already at the forefront with 400 meters to go. Felix Rijhnen tried to overtake him on the right-hand side of the road, but was unable to do so and went back in the draft of Nolan Beddiaf. Would clinch his third title in the race to be crowned World Champion 2024 in front of Felix Rijhnen and Juan Mantilla. Bad Strings, the favorite of the race, crashed and was unable to get back in the main pack and cross the finish line. Few minutes later, in the ladies, Garcia from Colombia won the race. We can see once again the final sprint in the women's race. Lian Van Loon was leading in front of Noralie Berberbank. We thought one of the two would win the race, but Garcia, at the moment fourth, would clinch the world title in the last 50 meters. Thanks everybody for following the live stream today in Pescara for the marathon of the World Skate Games Italia 2024, which was also the second leg of the World Skate Marathon Tour after the first leg in Shanghai earlier this year and before the final showdown in Cuba in December. We now have the official results in the women's race. Luz Karime Garson from Colombia wins the race in front of Lian van Loon from the Netherlands, belonging to the WFF World Inline team. Third, Noralie Berbervang from the SK World team from the Netherlands as well. Fourth, Naura Quintana from the SK World team from Spain. Gabriela Vargas from the Arena Geisingen team, the leader of the World Skate Marathon Tour, ending up in fifth. Sixth, Giselle Camila Giraldo Vasquez from Colombia. Gabriela Reda from the Powerslide Vesmaco team ended up seventh. Eighth, Manon Fraboulet from France. 9, Melissa Gatti from Italy, and rounding up the top 10, Colin Castro from Colombia. Live, è spento tutto. Ouais? C'est tombé? C'est con parce que tu t'es bien dans le sprint à la fin.